A very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 11th of August, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Before we get into the weekly Forex forecast and do the full analysis for next week, I want to go over the before and after for last week. So this is the euro dollar, this is the before, this is the after. So currently sitting on around 168 pips, heading for target of 176.68, 1176.68. So congratulations, VIP members. Here's the before on the pound USD. A couple of things to mention. Look out for very strong demand areas here. Above 60 is strong. If it says 80, don't even hesitate. Looking for positive divergence on the advanced pro charts. We have that. So that's tick, tick. And then we have change of character. Buy signal comes in, everything goes green, and this is the end product. This is the after. The euro yen into last week before, very strong buy signal on the demand area, double bottom, positive divergence on the advanced pro charts, change of character. This is the after. So congratulations, VIP members, a beautiful 152 pips. Let's get on with the markets. So a very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 11th of August. And my name is Chris, head trader. I've been trading for over 35 years. It's actually a lot longer than that, but don't tell anybody. And so this is the charts that I use, and I would recommend everyone using them because they work beautifully. So we can see now that the dollar very clearly is heading down, and we have a beautiful market structure as confirmed. Lower lows, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows. Continuation pattern down to 97.11 is the big number where there could be a possible reversal into next week. But a nice weaker yen at the start of the week, but it could change, but we go weaker dollar into the start of next week. The yen futures dictates which direction the yen pairs are going to go. This doesn't really tell us anything at all at the moment. When we see this going on, we have clear market structure to the downside in this case, then we're looking to buy the yens. The yens are now mixed because the yen futures are not sure. Similar situation with the Swiss franc futures. If this goes up, which I suspect it might do, we've had change of character on a very strong support level. So that's a good combination for continued patterns upwards. But there's a little bit of a supply area here, which indicates this needs to be broken before it continues up to this area here. If it does that, then we're looking to sell all the Swiss pairs, and some of those are my favorites for this week. We had a little trade on the S&P 500, but looks like all very top heavy at the moment. Hang Seng looks good. It's holding on to market structure, so heading for 25.668 into the supply area here on the advanced pro charts. The only thing I would say is the weaker side of this trade, if you're trading the Hang Seng, is I would prefer it to be sitting on this very strong demand area. It's sort of in midstream. This is not a strong demand area at the moment. It could turn into one, but I prefer to be buying into this at this area. Aussie 200 is parabolic. Now, parabolic, for those who don't know, is where the charts on the daily are heading higher, and we have a parabolic trend, all the charts agree. So this is heading higher to 92.65. Similar situation for the Nasdaq, although it is pretty much sideways. I've drawn a line here at 23.686. That needs to be broken really for this to go higher to 25.665, 2,000 points. But we just need to sit tight on that a little bit. I wouldn't be going long quite yet. I'll be waiting for the market to see what happens in the markets, how steady they are. Nothing else. Our gold is parabolic, as we can see. All the buyers are in on the advanced pro charts. and it's moving above the 20 SMA, which is positive with a clear market structure to the upside. Now it has been doing this pretty much for quite some time, so this area here on this trend line automatically given could be a problem, but I think it's going to 34.65 this week if the dollar weakens, that is. When we don't have a parabolic trend, then we just dive down and see what's going on. Now in terms of the euro, congratulations if you traded the euro earlier this week, nice profits, and now holding, let's go, that looks a bit odd, euro dollar into the 4-hour chart. We can see we still have market structure to the upside, and I think this trend line will hold the price and head for our final target of 11768 as given on the Advanced Pro charts. If you want the charts, if you want the coaching, if you want the signals, you want the support, you want the mentoring, everything is in the description below on YouTube. Or contact me on Telegram or email me, etc, etc. Pound USD is stronger because of the interest rate cut last week, and we do expect this to continue. So just dive down, see if we can get a better entry. So this is holding on to market structure to 135.50. Probably going a little bit higher. That could be the stretch on it. 74 is very, very strong selling zone. So 135.50 is good enough. Nice 3.85 risk to reward if you got in early with 278 pips possibly. The Kiwi is holding on as well. This is looking good. If the dollar continues the weakness, we expect all these pairs to continue upwards to 60.36. Now I did mention the yen. I think this looks messy, by the way. This is not what I'd be looking for as a priority. However, in order for this to go higher and this change of character to be valid, we do need to see this price break upwards and then move up and the dollar to strengthen, which we're not seeing yet. So that's, for all intents and purposes, this is still very weak, but it has some barriers to get through. Few FVGs, demand, very strong demand at 145.85, so it's not my favourite trade. The pound Canadian is also parabolic and just turned because of the strong sterling, so you can trade this, trade at your own risk, etc, etc. 187.08 is the target. Euro New Zealand, we have to go to the 4-hour chart to see this. So we've got a change of character here. So we will be looking to possibly sell this into next week. Not valid yet, but change of character. So this is the combination. We're looking for very strong supply areas, which this is by definition. We're looking for negative divergence, which we have, tick, and then we're looking for change of character, tick. So into tomorrow, the euro has been strong, so that's why I hesitate a little bit with this, but as long as it holds into market structure and holds below the 20 SMA, we should see this price go to 194.28, one of my favourite trades. Similar situation with the Aussie New Zealand. We've got a combination of factors hitting here up into the supply zone. Change of character, not the best trade, but nonetheless one to watch. Now into the Swiss pairs, we can see that the price is now hitting a very strong supply area. So this is excellent opportunity coming up. What we need for this to be valid, a couple of things. We do have tick strong supply area. We do have tick negative divergence. We don't have change of character yet. The other thing that I'll be looking for before I go short this, I want the Swiss franc futures to go long. That will drive all the Swiss pairs down, okay? And then you will see change of character, and I'll keep you up to date with into the VIP room, of course. Each day I'll give members an update on what's going on in the market several times a day, especially if I'm in the office. So we're waiting for change of character, one of my favorite trades, so look out for that. I need to see a breakdown heading for 92.51. New Zealand Swiss exactly the same. Aussie Swiss exactly the same. Canadian Swiss not as good. Pound Swiss. Now sterling is strong, so be careful with sterling at the moment. The interest rate cut has driven sterling strong, so you're looking for buys really on that. And there's a few other trades we had last week, didn't we? So pound Swiss could be an option, but I'll be, waiting to see what happens with sterling next week. Now this looks good. The Swiss yen looks fantastic, doesn't it? So this is a trading opportunity. I did put this into the VIP room, so if you want to trade this, you can at your own risk, of course. Heading into 185.75. Now what drives this is the yen futures. I need to see a weaker yen futures. Back up to the yens. This is the yen futures. So if the yen breaks down and we see a change of character here and a breakdown here on your advanced pro charts, then that's a clear indication that all the yens are going up. So this is a really excellent time to be trading the yens to get some nice profits into your trading account. So Swiss franc yen, Swiss yen is looking excellent. One of my favorite trades. Congratulations last week on the euro yen. I showed you this before and after on the advanced pro charts. It's always useful to see the book before and afters because it shows you what you're actually looking for before the move actually happens and before you actually make the profits. So quite useful. Now what's happening here? We've hit our target. Well done. Blah blah blah. But we're waiting for the price to break this supply area. It's not a strong supply area. It's very weak. So this is probably going to get broken and then head for 173.70, the previous high over here. Now look at this over here. Very strong supply. So that's a good target to aim for. Automatically, the advanced pro chart gives you all the tools that you need, first of all, to spot very strong demand areas. Number one, it gives you the tools automatically to give you the positive divergence in green. This is positive divergence. And then it gives you the change of character, which is what you wait for. You can buy it here. That's aggressive. Up to you. But change of character is a good way to get into the position and everything goes green. The other thing we can use is this tool here. It gives you buy and sell signals as well as an option. New Zealand yen, what's happening here? Congratulations, on its way. New Zealand yen, beautiful change of character. If you go down to the 2-hour chart, you can see it much clearer. This is not parabolic, so you can go down to the 2-hour chart. And in addition to that, if you want to, totally up to you, you can go to the 1-hour chart. What do you think? Go to the 1-hour chart. See if it's got change of character there as well. Just for your own benefit, really. Just for your own clarity, for your own confidence. Now these setups don't occur every minute of the day, of course. We're talking about high position trades with high probability, with high profits. But they don't come every minute, but they do come along quite often. And here is an example on the Aussie yen. This is long, and you should be long. Don't trade both. Don't trade the New Zealand yen and the Aussie yen. Doesn't seem to make sense. They do exactly the same thing. But the pattern is the same every time. Every time. Very, very strong. 86% of buyers stepping in. Institutional buyers. And then you have divergence automatically on your advanced pro charts. And then you have change of character on your advanced pro charts. It doesn't get any easier than this. I would not be using these after 35 years if I thought there was something better. These are the best charts in the world. Canadian yen, as we can see, into beautiful market structure. We can go to the 4-hour chart, and then we can see the change of character here. So I do expect this further upside, especially if the yen futures breaks down, which it may do on Monday morning. So further upside into this FVG at 108.33, but probably going to head for 108.80 into next week. Good luck with that beautiful setup. Congratulations on the pound yen. I didn't show you the before and after. Probably don't need to, do I? You can see the pattern here. I was waiting. There was a little bit different with this one, but I was waiting for this. Move that out of the way. So we had a high there and it came back down, and then a divergence, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to see it break that previous high as well, really, just to be sure. And then, of course, the interest rate cut helped it along. So heading for 199.26 probably Monday, and then giving you and banking you a profit of 275 pips. Another 275 pips. I mentioned Bitcoin. This is broken, and its further upside is likely. I did mention that it could come down to 11532, this FVG here, fair value gap, but it might not. It might not come down that far. It's probably going to hold on to this market structure here, this support line, and if it does, of course, it will just bounce off this trend line probably to 119.413. Final one for today. I did mention the euro pound. This has changed character from the previous move a few weeks ago, and we can see this clearly has broken down. I did think it might bounce off this and come back up to the FVG here, then break down again, but it's pretty much sideways really. But it's one to watch possibly in the week. Not my favorite trades. So all the yens are looking particularly good, in particular the Swiss yen, pound yen continuation, Canadian yen, New Zealand yen. All the Swisses may break down this week, so look out for that as well. And what else? Pound Canadian is parabolic to the upside. The dollar is continuation weak, so sell the dollar. New Zealand USD looks good. Pound USD looks good. Euro dollar looks good. And gold looks good for an upside move to 34.27. But I'll keep you updated every day. And I hope you're enjoying the charts and the analysis as much as I do.